That's a good vibe.
I saw you tonight, going through all the motions with me, and wondered inside if we
Pedro, so nice to have you here. We've been planning this for about 2 weeks now.
Yeah,
Thank you for coming here and
Yeah, sure.
being willing to talk about your experience.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much, Matthew, for having me here. It's an honor for me to be part of your project. As I told you before, I think we have a very good connection since the first day we met.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm so happy to be here. It's a safe place.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
It was really special to warm up with you and watch you play the keys because I knew you were a pianist, but I didn't. You never know what someone's actually going to be like. But that was beautiful.
Thank you.
And
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
It's really special.
And just for the record, this is my first time as a Spanish speaker being in a podcast where I have to speak English.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a new experience to me.
Thank you so much for being willing to do that too.
Of course.
Because if you invited me on to speak Spanish on your podcast, it would go terribly. And that's so embarrassing because I learned for 12 years.
Oh, wow.
I should know better.
Yeah, no.
Sorry, Mrs. Munoz, but thank you. Yeah, no, that means a lot. It shows a lot about your character for being willing to do this. I hope your band can reach a broader audience. Definitely in Indiana. That's a large demographic from my listeners.
Cool.
But I know it's going to grow.
Cool.
I know more people are going to pay attention,
Yeah,
especially
sure.
when they see this happening. So talk about your band, what kind of music you make. These will all be links below the video, but
sure.
go ahead and start talking about.
Of course. Okay, so I have my own metal band back in my country. We are Scape.
Yeah.
Scape.
Escape.
Yes.
And the country is?
Venezuela.
Venezuela.
I'm from Venezuela. So yeah, that band was born there. I have a friend who is also a musician. He's the guitar player and the singer of the band.
Nice.
His name is Fabio. Hi Fabio, if you're seeing this.
We're going to send it to him.
Yeah, sure. So yeah, he approached to me and he was like, "Bro, I have this project, but I need a piano player. I need, to include harmonies to these things." And I was like, "Of course, bro, I can help you. I've never been to metal before, but I started looking for it. I went to at that time I went to YouTube and played some metal music, and I was like, okay, so I can do this, I can do that. I was getting into it.
Okay.
I always liked rock music, but it's different from metal music. They both are related because they are historically related.
Yeah.
But they have different ways of playing, of producing, of composing,
Gotcha.
and performing. But it's very interesting because I've learning a lot from it. It's like learning a new language. It's like learning a new thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was like, of course, bro, I wanna do this. It's something new to me. I love learning things, and it was like, okay, let's do that.
Yeah.
And we started together. So the two of us, and then we were looking for other musicians. So we have our bass player, and we have our drummer, Fernando and Rodrigo. They are also Venezuelan. We are all Venezuelans.
Great.
We are all from there. So we started with playing.
And that band is local here?
No, they are in Venezuela.
All in Venezuela.
Yeah, they are
okay,
all-
so any performances you do are back home.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've done a lot of performances, our own music. We did tributes as well, from very classic bands from the 80s, from the 90s, rock bands,
Nice.
metal bands, like Journey, Toto.
Yeah.
So those also are our influences.
Yeah. I think you started to have originals.
Yeah, exactly.
New songs.
Yeah, exactly.
And how long from that point to moving forward did you start to play those live? How long did it take?
Yeah. Well, it's hard because, when you go to a place that you want to play your songs, it's like, oh, nobody knows you. They get very
Yes, judgy.
Judgy. They get very judgy.
Piano, that thing, stare at it. That is your life.
That's my life.
When you see a piano, what do you think?
That's a very good question. Well, when I see a piano, I feel home.
Cool.
Yeah. I feel so secure. I feel relieved. I feel in love, actually. Why? Because since I was 10 years old, many years ago, I got that connection with this instrument from the beginning. Like the first time I saw a piano, the first time I saw a piano player, a professional piano player playing the piano, I was like, oh my God, I want to be like that someday. I want to be there. I want to be sitting there. That thing was so beautiful to me that I fell in love. It was like love at first sight with the piano. Yeah. And why piano? Because actually when I started in the music world, I started playing percussion. And it was like, okay, I like this. And I played like folkloric music. I played Latin music, many kind of music. But then I saw a friend who was learning piano, and he was playing some Mozart sonata, and it was like, wow, is that possible? Is that real music? So when I saw him playing, I was like, oh my God, I love that. I wanna do that. So I started learning piano.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so the first thing I learned was like little things from modern music, like playing salsa, Latin music, a little of rock music, but very, very simple things. And after that, I was like, I want to take this very seriously.
You mentioned love at first sight. You felt this calling from above
Yeah.
to pursue piano. I'm sure you've picked up a guitar before. How was that different from the first time you played a guitar? Why piano? Is there anything else you can say?
Yeah, probably because when I first heard the piano, I don't know, that sound like called my attention, and it was like,
Was it so natural for your hands?
it was so natural.
Cool.
It was for me. It was for me from the beginning.
That's a powerful
It
statement.
was not like a difficult decision. I was so sure about it.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, I'm gonna do that.
That's amazing.
I'm gonna learn it. I'm gonna take it seriously. I'm gonna take it to another level.
Yeah.
So I started at the conservatory, and I started learning classical music.
Yeah.
I started learning theory, music theory, harmony, rhythmic elements. So, yeah, piano is
It's your life.
it's my life.
Yeah.
It's my life. It's my shadow. It's me. I am a piano. sometimes when I'm in a place where there's a piano around, somebody would approach to me and would say, "Oh, please play something," and I'm like, "Oh my God,
It's a lot of pressure.
it's a lot of pressure." And you are the piano player, you are the musician, but you forget everything at that moment. So it's like when someone asks you to play something, you feel like, "Oh my God, I forgot everything. I don't know what to do."
Yeah.
There's a lot of things in your mind, so you're like, "What should I do?" But this experience that I just had, it was totally different from the other ones.
You had a moment where you get to choose, like, am I really about to do this? And then you just step through that door,
Right,
and then something that beautiful happens,
Yeah.
like that.
right.
And I'm so glad I got to be a part of that and open that door in a weird way.
And it's very interesting because, like, since I improvised, that means I was not like prepared. It was like, yeah, it's
You pulled it from somewhere you didn't know you had,
exactly.
and you just channeled energy.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
fascinating.
I feel proud of it. I feel proud about it. Thank you for that.
That was really cool. So we talked about piano. We talked about your story, how the piano makes you feel. Is there anything I'm missing from you? Is there anything you want to talk about or bring to this conversation?
I'm a very huge fan of baseball.
Great.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah. That's because in my country, that's the sport number one.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So we are very, very baseball passion. I really like that. When I came here when I was at Berklee, I went to the Fenway Park. You know, the Red Sox.
I've
team.
been there once.
You've been there. You've
to
been
see
there?
the green monster. It's
Really?
huge,
Yeah. It's amazing. So I went there several times. Actually, before being musician, I was a baseball player. And there was a time that my piano professor, she was like, "You have to choose.
Oh wow.
You have to choose between baseball or piano because it's not good for you if you do both things because of your hands. You have to take care of your hands. So baseball, you are like always doing these things.
It rings through your fingers and you're catching balls.
Yeah. So you
or-
have to have soft hands if you want to play piano because you have to be like this
Yeah.
around the keyboard. You have like, if you are a baseball player, you have that risk to have like injuries. So that was very dangerous.
Yeah.
So that's why my professor was like, "Okay, you have to choose
Gotcha.
sport or music, but you can't do both."
How did you make that decision?
That was very hard because I started baseball first.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. I was like, every day I was thinking about it, every day. And there was a time like, okay, I'm gonna do music. This is what I love. This is what I'm comfortable with. This is what I do. This is what I want to do for the rest of my life. So yeah, so I decided to be a musician. Yeah, not everyone knows it because most of people that knows me, they are like, okay, you're a musician, but I didn't know that you were a baseball player.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's new to everyone. After I graduate, I would like to compose for music, for movies or for video games. Why? Because I've been always a cinephile person.
Yeah.
I love movies. I love soundtracks. Soundtracks are the first thing I like about music, about movies. So
Some of my favorites, Surf's Up. Do you know that?
yeah. Oh my God, yeah.
Some of my friends are gonna laugh so hard
Yeah,
when they say
yeah, yeah.
that is one of my favorites.
Yeah, yeah.
The movie Almost Famous has a very good soundtrack. The Secret Life of Walter Mitty.
Okay, yeah.
You know that movie?
Yeah, I know that,
That's
yeah.
my favorite movie.
I know that because as a musician, I've had to like look for many soundtracks, so I have an idea. I have influences.
Yeah.
Jurassic Park, Star Wars.
So good.
And it's interesting that they all were the music were composed by the same composer, John Williams.
All John Williams.
Yeah, all John Williams.
You have a type.
Yeah, I have a type. Well, he's my biggest influence in music, about music for films.
Gotcha. What about Hans Zimmer?
Hans Zimmer, Pirates of the Caribbean. That's one of my favorite soundtracks. Also one of my favorite movies.
So good.
The first three movies.
Yeah.
Those are my favorite ones.
So you would say music makes a movie.
Music
It's
makes
what makes a movie.
because just imagine a movie you like without the music. It changes.
Yeah.
It's like, what's happening?
Yeah. Who cares?
Yeah, exactly. So it's very important to have music on movies. I think music is one of the most important things about movies because it gives you the mood, it gives you like the emotions. So every scene has like a theme. Every movie has a main theme.
Yeah.
So, for example, you listen to a specific melody and you're like, oh, that's this movie. So you can like recognize the movie just by hearing the
It's a motif, right?
a motif. That's the word. That's the word, motif.
So in Pirates of the Caribbean, you can like dun, dun, or whatever
Dun,
it is,
dun,
and
dun,
Jack
dun.
Sparrow's coming.
Exactly.
He has his own little motif in that movie.
So every character, yeah, exactly. Every character has its own theme. So that's why music is important for movies. It's part of the story. The music is also a character.
Yeah.
It's an environment.
What you just described is the greatest argument for how you started this whole interview by saying music is me.
Yeah.
I am this piano.
Yeah.
Because as I'm learning right now, as I get better with this guitar, it's a part of me, and I'm becoming wholer now that I'm learning music.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Exactly.
I appreciate the way you talked about everything and
Yeah.
your whole story. It's a beautiful story
Thank you.
to learn all that about you. And then like a detail such as baseball,
Yeah.
that makes you,
Yeah.
because you can't have Pedro without the baseball. You
Exactly.
have to. And
Yeah, yeah.
It's so sad to hear you had to give that up, but it was
Yeah.
necessary.
It was necessary. And I tell this story because if it wasn't for baseball, I wouldn't be a musician. So one thing leads to another.
How cool is that?
Yeah, so that's why I like to tell about my baseball thing because
Yeah.
I had to make that important decision in my life that at that moment I was younger, I was a kid.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, what do I have to do? At that moment, I didn't know that I was gonna be a musician as a professional career.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure of that. I was like, okay, I'm doing music, but that's it, like for hobby. But music, to me, is not a hobby.
Yeah.
It's everything.
It's like drinking water.
It's like breathing.
Yeah.
So it's everything.
The last thing I ask you to say is to speak to me and to speak to the camera and say how you can inspire people. Someone who might not be so happy with what they're doing and they might want to consider piano or they might want to consider trying something new. How can you inspire the world? What can you say to inspire?
Yeah, sure. What I can say is as simple as be creative. Creativity is the most important thing for everyone, no matter what you like. Be yourself, because with the creativity, you will be authentic. You will be professional. You will be yourself. You will show yourself to the world. You will share your information. For example, I like to share my knowledge with other people. I like to teach music. I like to help people with music. That's like building or living in the world a new legacy. I think that's very important. So be yourself. Be yourself. That's very important. Trust yourself. That's one of the most difficult things to do. I've been there. At first, I was like, am I doing right? Am I in the right way? So you start judging yourself.
Absolutely.
And that's normal. That's not a bad thing. The important thing is that you keep going on and you keep working hard on what you love. So, yeah, so be yourself,
Trust yourself.
trust yourself, love what you do, and do what you love.
Thank you, man. That was such a beautiful experience.